Nick Rutter from McKees37.com. For the last week, I've had the pleasure of having Yvan Lacroix in the Trademark Garage. He came down from Canada, traveling the country.
Yes.
And he was here for our open house and detailing expo, which that was a lot of fun, right?
Oh, definitely a lot of fun. And look at the videos online. But beautiful cars, great weather, excellent turnout. But Bob McKee never puts on a bad event.
No,
it's impossible for him.
He is the greatest showman. So Ivan's been down here, and while he's been hanging out, we're filming some videos. We taught some classes at our open house.
Yes.
And here we're going to talk about the multitude of uses for Ivan's favorite product in the McKees 37 line, which he's a rinseless wash junkie.
Yeah.
So as you'd expect, his favorite product is a rinseless wash. And for that, it's going to be our N-914 Rinseless Wash. And Ivan, tell me why you like rinseless washes and what it is about this product that drew you in.
Well, first of all, it smells great.
That's important.
Apples. But the N-914, or the rinseless wash in general, because there's actually 4 McKees rinseless washes, but the 914 particularly, it's a very simple formulation. Yep. It works wonderfully, doesn't leave anything behind. So if you're preparing the vehicle to detail it, not just to wash, but you're actually preparing it to polish it and add a coating, you're not fighting some form of polymer or protection or sealant or SiO2 or whatever on the surface. The other thing is, it simply works for just about everything. Now, it's not an all-purpose cleaner. It's not going to remove heavy grease and tar and road grime like that.
Because we got products for that.
Exactly. But it's my favorite glass cleaner. And I know they sell a multitude of different glass cleaners. The cockpit glass cleaner is actually spectacular.
Yeah, we got a video on that one too.
Yeah. But what this does is make it a one-stop shop for cleaning a car.
Now, and you teach detailing efficiency.
Correct.
That's your primary area that you focus on now, because you've been a detailing instructor for over 40 years?
Yes.
Longer than I've been alive.
Yes.
So before I was a twinkle in my daddy's eye, this guy was teaching people how to clean their cars.
Exactly.
And now with your YouTube channel, you're focusing on the business aspect.
Right.
Is that correct?
So yeah, the Detailer's Business Academy. Just look for my face.
That's a plug.
Yeah, it's a plug. But hey, shameless too.
It's good. It's
yeah. I'm not plugging another company, so he's good. But nonetheless, the Detailer's Business Academy, I'm trying to take you from D to E. So from detailer to entrepreneur. Enough said.
Enough said. And part of that is efficiency. That's the key word. So this rinseless wash, it's aptly named a rinseless wash because that's its primary application. And we have a more detailed video where we actually showcase how to perform a rinseless wash. This video, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty details on all the, I guess you could call them detailer's hacks for how you can dilute this chemical and use it for a multitude of different uses. So a rinseless wash, I'm going to go over this at 30,000 feet. It's when you wash a car without using a free-flowing source of water like a hose.
Right.
You have a bucket full of a couple gallons of water, some of the solution, you wash a panel, then you dry a panel without rinsing. You repeat this process panel by panel until the entire vehicle's been cleaned. Really popular with detailers, or if you live in some countries or states where they'll lock you up and throw you in jail for washing your car with a hose, it's popular. Yes. If you live up north, if you're in a garage.
Exactly.
Very popular chemical.
Right, and McKees, you're in a multitude of countries at the moment.
Yes, yes.
But if you can't find it, write Nick a note. Or even better, write your local distributor that you like dealing with and say, hey, can you guys get us McKees?
I want this stuff. And they'll bring it in.
Exactly. So, and McKees is very easy to deal with on a wholesale platform as well as a retail platform.
So even if you're watching this and you want to become a reseller, here's a plug.
Yeah.
Reach out to me. We can sell you with great terms and fast shipping. So the focus of this video is going to be the detailing hacks, like we mentioned, for the 914 Rinseless Wash, because besides the rinseless, it's versatile because the polymer that we developed, it's very flexible. And like he mentioned, glass cleaning, you can also use it for interior detailing. And being the efficiency guy, he does not want to line his shelf with 15 different chemicals when he can double dip, save some money. And most importantly, if you are an owner, operator of a detail shop, and you've got 5 monkeys working below you, that don't necessarily want to use different chemicals because you can't trust them and you want to keep it simple, then there you go.
Yeah. So my favorite use, other than cleaning the exterior of the car, is interior detailing. It's simple. You take a towel like this, you dip it in your wash bucket, and now you have your interior cleaner. And we've all seen it before, the steering wheel just gunked up with makeup residue and cheeseburger residue and all that fun stuff. You just take this, lightly wipe, maybe scrub a little bit with the towel if it's really thick, and you've got a nice clean steering wheel very quickly.
Yeah, and you can do that like you mentioned. You can dunk it in your bucket, because a lot of guys, they'll have something like our 5-gallon wash bucket with the Gamma Seal lid, and you make your solution and you're good for a while.
Yeah.
It has a long shelf life, and what he's saying is, take your towel, which we'll show some footage, you dunk it in here, and you can clean a steering wheel. Or, if you'd like, if you're not a detailer and you're just like me cleaning in your garage, you can dilute it in a spray bottle like we have in this IK Multi Pro. And with this, you can just spray it on and then wipe. Or if you have a traditional pump spray bottle, you can do that as well.
Yeah, now on interiors, I don't like spraying any chemicals simply because I'm cheap and I'm lazy. And the more moisture you put into the vehicle, the more moisture you need to take out of the vehicle.
Well, it's okay that you're cheap and lazy, because I've been stupid for 33 years. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, he's not stupid at all. Very intelligent man. Now, leather cleaning. Again, the damp towel, leather. You can use a brush, or my favorite method of cleaning leather is actually with a DA.
Yeah, which we have a video on that. Not to sound like a broken record, but when you showed me that a couple years ago, before the whole COVID-19 pandemic and borders were shut down, well, the northern border, we have a video on showcasing using the polisher to clean leather.
Right.
And I'll link to that below, but you guys got to check that video out.
Yeah, it's super easy to do. It's a lot faster than the traditional methods, and actually safer on the seat. Some people will use those little melamine sponges.
Yep.
Forget what the name of it is.
Magic eraser?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, you're taking 3,000 grit sandpaper to your leather.
Don't use those for cleaning your interior. They're abrasive, aren't they?
They are.
That's why they work so well. Yes, they work, but you know what else you could do? You could use those to clean your teeth, but you wouldn't do that, would you? Because they're abrasive. They'll take the enamel off.
Right.
What do you think it's doing to your interior?
Yeah.
It's destroying it.
Exactly.
Anyway, you can tell I'm passionate about that.
Right, exactly. And so am I. I'm for efficiency. They're not efficient. They're damaging. That's what they do.
And I'm the chemical guru, so don't use the magic erasers.
Yeah. Now, the other thing we mentioned in the opening, cleaning glass.
Yep.
Cleaning glass, the easiest, simplest, cleanest way, and 914 doesn't leave anything on the surface, therefore it's not leaving streaks.
Exactly. The more you add to a chemical, you can actually work backwards. So if you have a cleaner, for example, if you keep trying to add to it, you're working backwards. So with this guy, the primary component being the surfactant and the polymers that we developed, there's no extra junk. Yes, we were able to add a green apple fragrance because we believe that fragrances make detailing more enjoyable.
Exactly.
Which they do. And more importantly, when someone picks up their vehicle from an interior detail, they expect some kind of fragrance.
Yes.
So it's a mental component where they go, hey,
it smells clean.
It smells clean, which is what this does.
Yeah.
So,
and in this particular case, green apple.
Green apple, it smells phenomenal. And this guy right here, so it's a concentrate by default. You don't use this straight. So this one bottle can make gallon upon gallon upon gallon of cleaner depending on how you dilute it. So just so we're clear here, you would take this and for a rinseless wash, you dilute 1 ounce for 2 gallons. And then if you want to make like a interior detailer, like Ivan said, you can do it right out of the container here, or you can dilute it 1 to 128, so you can have a gallon jug. We're like this IK Multi Pro here. You dilute it according to that with the container size, which I think, what is it, 48 ounces or 40 ounces?
Something like that.
Something like that. And there's dilution calculators online. But here's the deal with this chemical is, and we encourage this, is you guys dilute it yourselves. You make your own mixing ratios. You experiment. Some guys will use it on glass at 1 to 128, others at 1 to 32.
Yeah.
So have fun. Play chemist, see what works for you, because it's so inexpensive when you break it down. First of all, it's an affordable chemical, period.
Right.
But it's so inexpensive after you dilute it. It's not like you're wasting anything trying it out.
No.
And if you try a dilution, if you mix a batch at 1 to 128, and let's say it doesn't cut it for you, just add some more.
Yeah.
Glug.
Yeah.
Right? And that's it.
Yeah, Nick's not into measuring. He's into the glug method.
I don't measure anything, except when I make my overnight oats.
Okay.
I measure that. I'm very specific.
Yeah, because you want them that perfect texture in the morning.
I do, and the trick to overnight oats is don't use the same amount of milk for the amount of oats. Everyone says make it even.
Yeah.
You have to use more milk. That way you get better overnight oats. So that's a whole other channel.
Yeah.
You know? Coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah, coming soon. Nick's cooking channel.
Let's focus on car care for now.
Right. The other thing that you can use this for, and again, this comes down to different dilution ratios, is a clay lube.
Yes, yes.
And it's a clay lube that won't leave anything on the surface. So if you're wanting to apply that ceramic coating, it's a great clay lube, does a great job, smells nice, but again, it's leaving you with clean paint. It's not leaving you with protected paint in any way, shape, or form, but it's leaving you with clean paint. And speaking of protection, it will not remove existing protection.
Really important. So it's going to preserve your existing wax, sealant, or coating. It's going to enhance it by safely removing the dirt.
Yeah.
And it does not add any gloss enhancing polymers or any of its own protection, because nowadays, waxes, sealants, and ceramic coatings, they're expensive, number one.
Yes.
If you pay someone like Ivan to detail your car to ceramic coat it, you're looking at a very respectable sum of money because of the quality of work and the products he uses. And the last thing you want to do is have your car be perfect and then use something that's going to alter the way the water beads, the way it sheets, the way it looks, and this is not going to do any of that. It's simply going to clean it.
It's going to enhance it, it's going to clean it, but enhance it in the terms of we remove everything that's sitting on top of that protection.
Exactly.
Or we're not putting any more protection on. Now, the other thing that this chemical can be used for, which is really mind-blowing, is an actual prep wipe before coating.
Yes, yes, and that's been the one that people have been the most interested in when they see me at shows. They say, hey, can you really use this, or I tried it. So what he means by that is before you apply a ceramic coating, you go through the polishing process, and normally you'll use a type of prep spray, or some guys, I call it the caveman technique, they use the alcohol diluted.
Right.
Which I'm not a fan of that, because alcohol is an awful lubricant.
Yeah.
And you want lubricity when you're wiping your towel. And with this guy, the strength is designed by how much you dilute it in a bottle. So for example, if you have 32 ounces of water in a bottle, a 1/4 ounce makes a clay lubricant.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Just a 1/4 ounce for that quart of water makes a clay lubricant. For a paint prep, you dilute it 1 part concentrate to 8 parts water.
Right.
So you're using a lot more solution, because that way you have a stronger surfactant that'll encapsulate the polishing oils.
And even at 8-to-1, it's less expensive than a lot of the prep sprays that are on the market.
It's tremendously less expensive, but I just want to add a little asterisk to that, because I like to be genuine in my videos like I'm genuine in person.
Exactly.
When you tell the truth and you're honest, you don't have to remember anything.
No.
When you lie, you have to remember all your lies.
Exactly.
You know? So with this guy, when we say use it as a paint prep, that's for water-based polishes. A lot of polishes in the market, as you know, because you're the polishing guy.
Yeah.
Outside of rinseless washes, he's the polishing guy and the diesel mechanic. A lot of polishes on the market, they have really, really nasty, aggressive, cheap solvents.
Right.
They have cheap abrasive powder. They have silicone oils. They have fillers.
Yeah.
They have all this gunk, and what that does is it makes the paint look better than it actually is. And in order to remove that so your coating will stick, you need a solvent-based cleaner.
Exactly.
Which this is not. So that's the asterisk, okay?
Yeah.
But if you're using good quality products,
exactly, then you don't need to worry about that.
you don't need to worry about it. So.
And we'll have a video showing you how to determine whether your polish fills or not.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, it's a super simple process, and you can actually determine whether they're working and also whether your prep spray that you're using is removing those oils. So we'll be doing that one later. This is a surprise for Nick. That's why he's got this face going, huh?
We have fun with these. We don't script. And if you're wondering if he's actually from Canada, did you hear what he said? What was that, process?
Yes.
In the US, we say process. So
Okay.
he's authentic Canadian. Diversity here, right?
Yes, exactly. And, so with this, great product, great chemical, but you have other variants of it.
Yeah, we do. So this has been hugely popular with detailers and guys that are just really anal like myself, that you spend all the time making your car look perfect, and you want to preserve the way that certain wax, sealant, or coating looks. Now, we believe that there are lots of seats to fill. And,
yes.
We have butts to fill these seats. So we also have a version with wax, and it's aptly named Wash and Wax.
Exactly.
So it's the N-914 family, because we took this great formula and then our chemist was able to add some synthetic wax polymers to it. And everything that you love about this, by not adding any protection, if you want some gloss and some slickness added to your existing LSP, then use this guy. And you can just tell, and we'll get up close to the camera, but Ivan, look at the viscosity.
Oh yeah, it's got body to it.
This body, that's a great word. So, and we'll get some footage of this guy.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference in the viscosity.
Yes.
Like you said, body. And just a little trade secret, I'll share this with you, Ivan.
Yeah.
In the McKee's 37 lineup, this is the most complex formula to create.
Okay.
All right? Most rinseless washes have a couple components. Most car washes just have a couple components.
Right.
This has, it's either 9 or 10. We'll say 10 because that's more impressive.
Yeah.
This has 10 components to it.
Right.
And with chemistry, when you have all these different things, you have cleaners that are fighting your waxes. You have waxes fighting the cleaners.
Right.
Then you have emulsifying agents. You have wetting agents. You have all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have so much in this formula, and that's why it has so much body. It's not just a matter of, well, it's got a ton of wax. Well, it does have a ton of wax.
Right.
But that ton of wax doesn't necessarily make it a thicker body, okay? So from a chemistry perspective, this is a phenomenal product, and I also tell you this is Bob McKee's favorite product.
Oh,
in
cool.
the McKee's 37 line. You know, Bob has developed hundreds, if not thousands, of products.
Yeah, over the years, yeah.
Tons and tons of products. You've probably heard of this guy. And you know, I've been working under the tutelage of Bob the last 12 years. I've used the word working loosely because it's not really work. You know, I'm getting a free education. Actually, he's paying me for an education.
Yeah, exactly.
I still haven't figured that out. But one day, years ago, you know, Bob went on the road in his coach, his House on Wheels, and he took up all this stuff because, you know, Bob is not really at the forefront now of the chemicals. That's what I do. You know, Bob is the the silent partner in the company.
Almost.
Yeah, he's not silent.
Bob will never be silent.
I'm the managing partner, and I have a knack for developing this chemical. So anyway, one day Bob took a bottle with him on the road, and you know, he likes to approach things from the consumer perspective.
Right.
To see, number one, if I'm doing my job.
Exactly.
Meaning, if Bob reads the directions, you know, because rinseless washes, that's in the newer side of technology. If he reads the directions, will he understand? Yes, he will. Will he be able to use it effectively? Yes, he will.
Yeah,
so
right.
He used this, and it was his. He had a white Jeep Grand Cherokee at the time.
Yeah.
And he called me and said, Nick, I don't know what you put in that chemical. I have never seen this type of gloss in my entire life.
Right.
He was just blown away. So that was, you know, hey, if we get his seal of approval,
oh, definitely,
a phone call out of nowhere,
yeah,
on a weekend no less,
yeah,
you know, raving about this chemical. So this will always be held closely to my heart for that reason, because, you know, it really just blew him away because of the way it left the paint, the slickness, and it's just a phenomenal chemical. You can tell I get excited about it.
Oh, definitely,
You know.
and with reason. But you know, and Bob is a very expressive guy, so I'm sure that phone call had a few. You know, it was not just grape chemical, Nick.
Yeah, charismatic.
Yeah.
So, and with this guy, it's, since it does have the wax component, and when I say wax, I don't mean that, you know, Brazil, Carnauba, threw it in a bottle. Some of you guys take that too literally.
Yeah.
It's a synthetic wax.
Right.
Okay? It's a secret recipe.
So it could actually be called a sealant.
It could be
technically,
called,
yeah.
Yes. Wax is a catch-all word. It's like,
Right.
what kind of car do you drive? Well, I don't drive a car. I have a lifted pickup truck. You know,
Right.
but it's a catch-all term. So if you're paranoid, going, "Huh, I have a graphene coating, I can't use a wax," just calm down. Back away from the keyboard. I promise you.
Yes, you can.
You can use this, and the world's not going to end.
Right.
Okay?
Now, the wax component actually is quite interesting when you use it on an interior. It's not going to give you, you know, it will give you a little bit of gloss on your leather and on your dash. It's not going to look like, you know, Armor All from the 70s, so don't worry about that. But what it is going to do is provide dust repellency, which
Yes,
I find is a really neat aspect of it, that when you use it in that case, your dust is not going to accumulate as fast. As you can see, this is actually my car that we tow behind the bus. It's convertible. Gets dust on the interior regularly because we do drive it with the top down.
And you got a big hole in the roof here.
Right.
Yeah.
So that dust repellent aspect of it is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true too, because, you know, you guys, without, you know, me even advocating anything, you go and you experiment with things, because that's part of this hobby. We had a video the other day about graphene.
Yeah.
And everyone's, their mind's exploding like, I can't do this, I already have it, you know. A lot of this doesn't have to make sense. It's fun. You know, it's like, hey, your dinner's over, your wife just turned on Jeopardy, and you've seen it for the last 25 years. What do? If you're like me, you either read a book or you go out in the garage and take her with the car.
Yeah.
You know, so have fun. You know,
Exactly.
clean the car, dilute something, see how it works. But
Yeah.
this my last note on this. So the primary, where this product shines, pun intended,
Yes.
is rinseless wash. Now, you can also make an absolutely mind-boggling killer spray wax if you dilute this 3 ounces with a quart of water.
Right.
It will make a ready-to-use spray wax that will rival the best spray waxes on the market.
And in that instance, it's also a great clay lube.
And you can use it as a clay lube as well. And going back to the spray wax, it'll exceed them at a fraction of the cost.
Right.
Because you're taking this concentrate and you're only taking 3 ounces out of it and the rest with water. But yeah, you can use it. I know, like, you know, I've been with you with the production detailing and the detailing academy with efficiency.
Right.
You want to save some time, and you get a detail that's in and out, and they want like a clay mitt or something or a clay bar done. You can use this as your lube.
Yeah.
And it's going to add some protection, or as a drying aid from a rinseless wash.
Exactly.
You know, so I get excited about this guy.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys will comment and say, "Wow, Nick's really excited about that." You know.
And with reason. You
And
know,
with reason.
it is a great product.
It is, and I get excited about all this stuff because, you know, I can be selling pharmaceutical supplies, and here we are selling wax in America.
Yeah.
And we live in Florida. It's like, what more could you ask for? This is a free country.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, hello, wake up.
Yeah.
This is car wax. You know, have fun, clean your car, have a good time.
Yeah, it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science, and if you want to make it rocket science, go ahead. But
Yeah.
big picture, big picture.
And, you know, another part of that big picture is subscribe to this channel.
Yes, please, please subscribe to the channel. I upload videos all the time. We have over 300 videos. We have guests like Ivan here in the Trademark Garage. We have fun. We showcase different tips and techniques. And if you like our product line, you can buy it in a lot of different places. All right, with the 900-pound gorilla being Amazon.
Right.
You can absolutely get it from Amazon. I ask that you shop from McKees37.com when possible, because our website supports this YouTube channel.
Exactly.
You know, so buy from us directly. We have this thing called a telephone number where you can dial it.
Yeah.
Kind of old school, right?
Right, and, you know, he'll put this telephone number right about here.
Yeah, I'll probably forget.
Yeah.
But our website will show you, okay, and you can click on it if you're on your mobile device, and you can call and you can talk to me.
Right,
And the reason
because he actually answers the phone.
I actually answer the phone. And the reason I make a point of that is because nowadays a lot of websites don't have a phone number.
No.
They don't want you to call. They say, well, just email us and we'll get back to you.
Or they have that little chat box in the
Or
corner.
the chat box, yeah. And most of those are controlled by robots. It's software. They're awful. Okay, so if you want to actually talk and ask questions, by all means, call me. Now, if you're watching this video in the year 2070, Ivan will be long gone at that point. You know.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe unless we get some,
I'll be over 100. I'll be well over 100 years
Yeah,
old.
so chances are you'll be gone. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Chances are I won't be doing this anymore.
No,
okay?
he'll be retired.
I'll be retired in a bus like he is. Okay,
Yeah.
doing cool things. But in the meantime, you can call us and ask us questions, or you can send me an email.
Yeah.
Either way.
And, comments are welcomed, they're replied to, and encouraged on these videos as well.
Absolutely. Even if you're a keyboard cowboy and your comment, you have bad intentions with it, go ahead. You know, I'll turn it around. I'll take the bad intentions and I'll make it something good. So by all means, leave a comment or a question, whether it's genuine or it's not genuine. I'm all for it. It's good content, right?
Exactly. So
but hey, check out the other videos, because this video was just to give you an overview of the 914, specifically the regular version without wax, as you would call it, green apple.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a more in-depth video that showcases how to use this how to use this product.
Yes.
Check that out, and again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Ivan, thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Take care. God bless, and thank you so much.